FFRF membership is the largest now than it has ever been. That graph is the last 38 years, back when we had less than 2,000. And now we have more than 42,000 members. And here's the last 10 years. Since last year, our membership has grown by 7%. We are the largest free thought association in North America and the third largest in the world. And you know what the best source of new members is? It's you, it's people, it's you, people who they know. So thank you so much for spreading the word. We have more than 20, mostly regional chapters. Here's a map, and many chapter directors are here. A chapter representative will come up in a few minutes to tell you how to find out more. Now, on to our report. Let's start with an unprecedented development. FFRF was slapped with a slap lawsuit this year by the notorious Oklahoma State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Ryan Walters. Here are some news stories explaining that.
This lawsuit that I filed today against the Freedom from Religion Foundation. They're a group of radical atheists that continue to attack our students and teachers in the state of Oklahoma. Well, never again.
A federal judge has thrown out State Superintendent Ryan Walters' lawsuit against the Freedom from Religion Foundation.
The department sued the Freedom from Religion Foundation over a cease and desist letter. The foundation had sent this letter to a local school that had allowed a student to pray over the intercom.
The court ruled that Walters did not demonstrate standing to file that lawsuit.
And not only did a Trump-appointed federal judge throw out the case, but shortly after Walters lost the case, he finally took the advice we've been giving him for 2 years, and he resigned.
I'll be stepping down as Oklahoma State Superintendent.
Can you play that again?
I'll be stepping down as Oklahoma State Superintendent.
There we go. Well, how's that for good news? And here's our staff celebrating. This graphic reads, the judge tosses out Walters' vindictive lawsuit against FFRF.
So, working to defend and preserve the constitutional principle of separation between state and church is our committed legal team, and you'll be getting an in-depth report from some of them later today. And they're going to tell you about our newest lawsuit filed just last week here in District Court, Federal District Court in South Carolina. This is our South Carolina member, Jim Reel, who is here today. He's a veteran, but yet he can't be an election poll worker because, guess what? He's an atheist. Yes, we are still fighting that battle in South Carolina despite Herb's win. You'll learn more about that this afternoon. FFRF was heartened that more than 1,000 nonprofits joined us in signing a letter defending the Johnson Amendment's nonpartisan electioneering rules after the IRS said that it won't enforce most of them. And this is just a sneak preview of FFRF's other legal work you'll be hearing about later today.
The Freedom from Religion Foundation have filed a preliminary injunction asking the court system to block the postage of the Ten Commandments in all state-funded classrooms.
They have sent 3 letters to Rusk ISD telling the district that their student-led prayers before football games are unconstitutional.
A superintendent's push to put Bibles in classrooms faces yet another legal challenge.
It appears that Ryan Walters wants to blatantly violate the U.S. Constitution and the Oklahoma Constitution.
The Upstate New York Free Thinkers, a chapter of the Freedom from Religion Foundation, gave a $1,000 donation to the Rural Health Network of South Central New York today.
Winston County High School will no longer lead prayer over the PA system. This is according to Hansville Today after a complaint from the Freedom from Religion Foundation.
Just having a nativity scene on display outside of the fire department sends a negative message to every non-Christian.
The Freedom from Religion Foundation sent a letter to the Kern County Public School Board of Education, urging the board members to not vote to post the 10 Commandments in public schools.
Oklahoma Representative Mickey Dollins adding another title to his resume, Regional Government Affairs Manager for the Freedom from Religion Foundation.
Religion is a very personal choice. It shouldn't be used as a transactional tool to get someone's freedom.
A federal judge has thrown out State Superintendent Ryan Walters' lawsuit against the Freedom from Religion Foundation. The group has been trying to stop school-sponsored prayers.
So the Freedom from Religion Foundation has created the FFRF Action Fund as our advocacy arm doing legislative work, and you'll meet some of the team later this afternoon who will also be giving you a report.
And the Freedom from Religion Foundation co-sponsored the second annual Reason reception in Congress. And that tall guy in the middle is U.S. Representative Jared Huffman. And in the white sweater is former U.S. Representative Susan Wild, who addressed the gathering. Every year, FFRF typically bestows about $125,000 to free-thinking students through student essay awards, student activist awards, investing in the next generation of freethinkers. Here's the top winners of our 5 essay contests for different class rankings from high school to grad to law school. There's college essayists, there's BIPOC essayists, there's graduate student essays, law student essays. Then the Lorraine Hansberry, FFRF works every year with Black Skeptics LA on the Lorraine Hansberry Humanist Grants to high school students. And FFRF, partnering with Black Skeptics, gave $30,000 in tuition relief scholarships to 6 free-thinking students who are first in their family to attend college. The Forward Free Thought Award is funded by our generous member, Lance Breadfold. Is Lance here today? Can you stand up, Lance, if you are here today? He must be here somewhere.
He's registered.
Well, he's registered. Well, if you see Lance, thank him. This conference isn't the only one that FFRF put on this year. Oh, there's Kyria. Kyria is one of the 13 students so far who received student activist awards between $1,000 and $2,000, many of them personally endowed by generous members. We also put on another conference this year, the Scopes Trial Centennial. We partnered with the Center for Inquiry, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the 1925 Scopes Trial, which is so important to mark that event given the current war on science.
Ask how many people here were there.
Were any of you at that event, people? Yes. Wasn't that fun? We went back a century, didn't we? And we countered the historic Read Your Bible sign that the town of Dayton, Tennessee puts up with our own sign, Read Your Darwin. And there is the Clarence Darrow statue that FFRF erected there a few years ago, and that's the sculptor who created it, Zenos Frudakis. And Zenos is here today, right? In the front row. There's Zenos, our sculptor. And you will see some of the other sculptures that Zenos has made for us for some of the awards we're giving. And at that conference, dancing the Charleston came out in 1925. That was comedian and MC Leanne Lord. The conference featured distinguished historians, attorneys, and authors, and ended with a brilliant play enacting the Dover Intelligent Design Trial, co-written and directed by actor John Delancey, who was shown there. And the icing on the cake at that play was Judge John Jones III appearing as himself, reading his own order declaring intelligent design to be creationism in disguise and equally unconstitutional.
Our Public Relations and Marketing Director, Sarah Tetzloff, tested a mixture of traditional and digital media placements this past year. Our ads were on 5 major broadcast shows, 4 key publications, 15 plus Sirius XM channels, and about 20 podcasts. One host doing a live read is comedian John Fugelsang, author of the new book, Separate Church and Hate, who's our final keynoter tomorrow night. And there have been more than 15 digital placements and nearly 13 million impressions through 15,000 placements and nearly 13 million impressions through digital ads alone. And here's one of the commercials that Sarah Silverman recorded for us this past summer.
The Sarah Silverman podcast is brought to you by the Freedom from Religion Foundation. Texas is pushing bills to force the 10 Commandments into every public school classroom. This is real, seriously. This isn't about personal beliefs, it's about power. And it's all happening under the banner of Christian nationalism. That's where the Freedom from Religion Foundation comes in. They've been defending church-state separation since 1978, in the courts, in schools, and wherever religion tries to take the wheel. If you believe the government should serve everyone, not just the religious right, join them. Go to ffrf.us/freedom and become a member today.
You'll meet Sarah tomorrow night introducing John Fugelsang. So this FFRF was proud to underwrite, I'm sorry, Sarah Tetzloff, not Sarah Silverman. I want you to meet our new marketing director. FFRF was proud to underwrite the first atheist billboard in Africa. It was in Accra, Ghana, and we worked with Accra atheists there. The billboard, I understand, is still up, creating a lot of news. And this is a close-up of our friend Rosalind Mould, who's the founder and president of Accra Atheists. And we have some new media content to announce, but some to say goodbye to. For 7 years, Dan and I really enjoyed co-hosting Free Thought Matters, which was our TV show that aired in its heyday in 13 major markets. We recorded the final show in May. Video producer Bruce Johnson put together this retrospective on our diverse, often famous guests. Ed, before we go out on the break, when you asked my name and I told you it's Annie Laurie, you started singing this song, and you said you would sing it for me again.
Say please.
Please.
Max Welton's braids are bunny, where early falls the dew. and 'twas there that Annie Laurie gave me her promise true, gave me a promise true, which ne'er forgot will be, and for Bonnie Annie Laurie I'd lay me down and deep.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Okay, but she's already married, you know. She's.
Get your hands off her.
That, of course, was Ed Asner in his 90s. So this is the video producer who made that all possible, and he's also directing the camera work and presentations. Thank you, Bruce. It's been a pleasure working on the show with you. But we have 2 new projects to replace Free Thought Matters. First, we'll be rebranding Free Thought Radio, which we've been doing. It'll be our 20th anniversary next year. It has about 8,000 downloads a week, if you've never heard it. We'll be also making it into a video that will go up on YouTube. So we have a 20-minute interview section already, so you won't miss the interviews. And then the second new project is an app for your smart TV or your other devices. It's called Free Thought TV, and it offers all of FFRF's video content at your fingertips. We're the only secular group with a TV app. It's just going up. It's the brainchild of Bruce and our IT director, Scott Nickelbein, and here's a short video explaining it.
Hi, I'm Scott Nickelbein, FFRF's Director of IT, and I'm here in the studio to give you a first look at FFRF's newest media venture, Free Thought TV. Free Thought TV is a streaming service for your smart TV, streaming stick, or smartphone that lets you watch the latest FFRF programs whenever you want, free of charge. Free Thought TV also gives you access to hundreds of programs we've produced right here over the years, including the most popular FFRF videos of all time. Free Thought TV is easy to install. Just go to the App Store on your device and search for Free Thought TV. Follow the on-screen instructions to install the app, and you're ready to start enjoying the best in secular programming right from the comfort of your living room. You can watch complete seasons of FFRF classics like Free Thought Matters and Ask an Atheist. Plus, you'll get instant access to a powerhouse lineup of original shows, including candid interviews with celebrities, lawmakers, and secular activists, inspiring talks by best-selling authors and leading journalists, dynamic appearances by social media celebrities, legal insights from FFRF's expert attorneys, and laugh-out-loud comedy and wonderful musical performances. And of course, unforgettable speeches from FFRF's national conventions. There's a search function so you can find any episode instantly. And if you sign up for a free personal account, you get access to even more features. We're demonstrating Free Thought TV at a table right outside this ballroom, so please take a minute to stop by and take a look. Free Thought TV. It's free content for free minds.
So thank you, Scott. And this will announce that Ask an Atheist is being replaced by a YouTube program called Secular Spotlight. You can look for that release on FFRF's YouTube channel at 5 p.m. Central on Mondays. And we have a little retrospective also on the Ask an Atheist.
Freedom
So again, look for Secular Spotlight coming soon. And we don't want to neglect print media. This is our communications director, Amit Paul, and our Free Thought Today editor PJ Slinger, both here today. FFRF posts an average of at least 10 to 12 releases and blogs a week, and Amit summarizes those in our weekly wrap email that you should be getting as members.
FFRF staff have also traveled widely to give speeches and lectures and continuing legal education, and I get to travel a lot, especially here I am in Lima, Peru, with the Humanists of Peru, a very active group there. And here I am. I was on national TV and national radio in Paraguay this last year. They were all excited, not only that an American came to Paraguay, but an atheist came to Paraguay. This year so far, FFRF has given about $50,000 in aid to atheists and freethinkers in peril around the world, mostly in Islamist regimes. This is Arslan, who has had to escape Iran when his atheism became known. He's currently in limbo awaiting asylum in Canada. He's likewise imperiled in Turkey, where he was also attacked, as you can see from this photo. And then our friend from Morocco, Betty Lotgar, who runs the leading free thought group there, was sentenced last month to 30 months in prison for blasphemy, for wearing that t-shirt that was deemed insulting to Allah. Betty needs cancer treatment, and she could lose her arm without it. So FFRF Action Fund has issued an action alert calling on the U.S. Embassy to take action. Please help us. Now, it's never too soon to start that war on Christmas. Seriously, there is a war going on, but it's the war on state-church separation every December. And this is our answer to the ubiquitous Christian nativity scenes on public property. The Bill of Rights nativity celebrating the birth of the Bill of Rights on December 15th. If you are aware of Christian nativity scenes in government buildings or property in your area, we can work with you to get one of these displays. Also, a little more seasonably, FFRF co-sponsors the annual Secular Day of the Dead, El Día de los Muertos Seculares, which Margaret Downey of the Free Thought Society, Margaret's down here in the front, she oversees it along with FFRF board member David Tamayo, who's somewhere in the room also. David Tamayo is president of the Hispanic American Freethinkers. And that event will take place on November the 1st, and you can look it up under the events link at our website, ffrf.org. At this year's Secular Day of the Dead, I will memorialize a good friend of FFRF, the editorial cartoonist and former Mormon-turned-atheist Steve Benson. He died at age 71 earlier this year. Steve and I performed our show, Tunes and Tunes, at a number of these conventions. And after Steve retired from the Arizona Republic, he drew cartoons for FFRF, such as this commentary on anti-vaxxers. The t-shirt says, "My parents went to the anti-vaxxers, and all I got was this measly t-shirt." Steve drew an eloquent reimagining of the Statue of Liberty, showing it as a handmade, which we have used in a number of ads and statements about the religious war against abortion rights. Another powerful image of the Statue of Liberty as reimagined by Christian nationalists.
And this is an image, we used this image in one of our New York Times ads this year, warning that the state of the separation between state and church is imperiled, and that we must stem the Christian nationalist tidal wave. And that image pretty much sums up the challenges we face as freethinkers who honor secular government. As Ann Gaylor, FFRF's principal founder, always warned, unless religion is kept in its place, all personal rights will be in jeopardy. FFRF has, despite the tumultuous political situation, as you can see, has had a very successful year, and we will continue to do everything we can to increase that advocacy. Our secular values must prevail if democracy is to be preserved, and that is why our motto that was coined back in the 1970s by Ruth Hermans Green is Freedom Depends on Freethinkers. We're going to be hearing from some powerhouse voices today and tomorrow about preserving separation of state and church and democracy. And we've asked speakers to leave us with hope, such as actions we can take individually or together to preserve our secular democracy. And I just want to whet your appetites for next year. We have confirmed already that we will have Jim Obergefell. That would be the Obergefell of the 2015 Supreme Court decision approving marriage equality. Jim is an atheist. No surprise. We hope that the Obergefell decision has not fallen by next October. And our favorite unabashed atheist, not afraid of burning in hell, Ron Reagan, who's such an astute commentator, will also speak next year, and we'll be sending you lots of information about other speakers. So thank you for being a part of the Freedom from Religion Foundation, for standing up for freedom from religion, and for being here today.